So after reflecting on Saturday and maybe stepping back and looking at it, did you maybe see it as one of those games where Stockport just sort of oozed their class in the end?
Yeah, well, it's at the top of the league for a reason. I think we didn't half give them a helping hand. Obviously, the first goal is obvious, but the second and third goals, you could tell by the way we played the second half um, how easy it was to score the 3 goals against them. And that's, listen, if you top of the league or not top of the league, if we concede goals like we conceded on Saturday, then it's going to be a long afternoon. Second half was much better. You know, the way we played, the fact that we were on the front foot, the fact that we scored a good goal. So yeah, the way they might have been a good team. They are a good team. That's why they are where they are in the league. But we, I'd rather concentrate on ourselves, and we gave them a helping hand or two.
For maybe just sort of glancing at the stats, obviously I don't know how much you'd look into that, but obviously looking in, we matched the same amount of shots and corners and quite equal in possession. So maybe if you take away the couple of those sort of errors in the first half, you have a game on your hands.
Yeah, I think we know it, the other two teams that have come in the top 7 to this football club since I've been here at home. We drew against Notts County and beat Crewe, so we know we can play against the good teams at home. And that was disappointing because we've struggled against the so-called lesser teams, i.e. in league position terms. And that was a disappointing thing because when we've come up against good opposition at home, like I said, the twice before, we've put up a good account of ourselves, and that was disappointing from Saturday.
3 deadline day signings we made. All 3 of those started against Accrington and then against Stockport. How much, how pleased are you that they've sort of hit the ground running after not playing too many minutes of football this season?
Yeah, no, it's been tough. Like I said, I thought Curtis, showed that it might have been a little bit too much for him, and we took him off at half time for that reason. The other 2 have had a right good goal and are now having a right good goal. But with all 3, we're more than happy with what business we did and how they performed in the first couple of games.
Coming into this game off the back of Saturday's defeat, it's a very quick turnaround, obviously. Do you think that comes to our advantage?
I think that depends on the result tomorrow. I think whenever you lose a game, you want to play as quickly as possible. I certainly did as a player. Come on, let's get that out of the way and put that to bed. It's easy when you're on a good run, and we have been on a good run away from home, and that's got to continue tomorrow night.
And how is the team heading into this game?
Fine, yeah.
This game is probably one, from the outside looking in, sort of, again, that maybe strikes as a 6-pointer, as a sort of quote goes. Is that something you sit down and talk about pre-match, or is it just another game for you?
I think you've got to be really careful how you frame any match. We could have framed Saturday's game as a free hit. Well, we didn't mention it was a free hit because Stockport were top of the league. We could frame tomorrow night as a 6-pointer, and we haven't done that. I don't think there's a right and a wrong way in that sense. I think we've just got to make sure that whatever it is that we want to achieve tomorrow night to win the game of football, that we fulfil what our objectives and what we've set out to do. I think that's the key thing, as opposed to trying to put added pressure one way or the other, or relief pressure. I don't think that's helpful either way. And I think, if I said, it's a 6 points tomorrow night, some of the players would embrace that. How many? I don't know, because there might be some that goes, uh-oh. I think you've got to be really careful with how you frame any match. And, like I said, we've just got to make sure we perform as a group of players. And if we do, then we've got a great chance of winning the game.
Colchester, obviously very similar position to Town in the table, a new head coach as well, not been there that long. They've obviously been struggling for wins as well. So how would you, looking at it after all that, how would you sort of assess going into this game?
Yeah, there is similarities, without a shadow of a doubt. I think, like I said, I think it's okay, we could compare ourselves to what we wanted to. At the end of the day, we've got to look after ourselves. We've got to worry about ourselves and no one else. and that's what we'll be doing. That's what we're doing tomorrow night, Saturday, a week on Saturday, because we can't control others. We've just got to make sure that we go, right, this is what we are, this is how we play, this is what we're going to try and do, and we have to do it mistake free and do it really well. And if we do that, we've shown already, especially away from home, that we can play and get results, and that's what we're going to do.
Including the game against Stockport, obviously 3 games in the space of a week. How do you find the quick schedule in a week like this, and do you sort of relish the opportunity to get results?
Yeah, look, we haven't had 3 games in a week for a while, so it's not as if it's a cumulative thing. You've got to be careful when there's 3, 4, 5 Tuesdays on the trot. That's when it becomes a bit of a problem. But this is the first Tuesday for a while, which, you know, that's not an issue for professional footballers, or it shouldn't be. So yeah, it's one I look forward to every game, just because I love football. So that won't change for tomorrow night.
Thanks, David.